Direct marketing in Des Moines from our farm at Audubon, which is about 85 miles away, is harder than we realized it would be because of the time requirements. The time requirements really start about the time you get home from the previous week. So I think direct marketing, if we've learned anything, is a very time-consuming enterprise. The income is nice, but it's a high-time enterprise.
We could not afford to, we meaning Beaver Creek Farm, cannot afford to go down to Des Moines every weekend. We learned that the second year we tried it. But if one of the group of Audubon County Family Farms goes and markets everyone's products, it can work out.
I enjoy seeing the customer's face. I enjoy talking to them. We like trading recipes, and sometimes we get together and have a barbecue. And how many big supermarkets do that for their customers?
Given it the condition of agriculture today, well, it's been clear for a while that the more, if you want to make a living on the farm, you've got to capture as much of the food dollar in the chain as you can. So besides the issues that Mary mentioned, like knowing your customers, which is certainly very useful and important, the more you can add value to your products and then market them directly to the consumer, the better off you will be economically. So like in the case of Beaver Creek Farm, we discovered, well, we've got this beeswax. It's a product that you produce along with your honey. And are you going to sell it wholesale to a bee supply company for $1 a pound, or are you going to spend your winter days making candles and market it for several dollars a pound as candles? Well, the answer is fairly obvious, at least it was for us. So that's the kind of thing. The direct marketing can help you economically as well as other ways.
Our group is evolving, and I'm not sure where we'll be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 down the road, because direct marketing off farms was common probably 50, 60 years ago. Then like 10, 20 years ago, it was really rare, and now direct marketing again is becoming more popular. And so I guess we probably all see Audubon County Family Farms in a different way. I see it as an educational thing where we can teach each other and help each other to market, because for most of us it is a new experience. And probably 60 years ago, when it was common, we wouldn't have needed a group like this. One of the things that I enjoy about direct marketing and that we try to do is make the food product a win-win situation for both the customer and us. The consumer gets a high-quality product that shouldn't contain residues of any drugs or things that might have an impact on their own health in future years. So that the win is for the consumer, that it should be a healthy, high-quality product. The win for us is that we maybe make a little more money, and that keeps the ball rolling so we can keep producing these products.
These Iowa farmers are part of a web of people dedicated to making a difference in food and agriculture. You too can be a part of this movement that is growing against the grain of today's fast-paced society and creating a win-win situation, not only for farmers and consumers, but for communities that depend on farming for social and economic vitality. Ask grocery store and restaurant managers to carry food that is grown in your area. Go to farmers markets or buy a share in a community-supported agriculture program. Prepare and serve meals made with locally grown food. Get to know the farmers who raise your food. Contribute to organizations that promote local food systems and are working to influence the curricula of our schools, or who are involved in shaping public policy. Every time we open our pocketbooks and spend money, we are casting votes that decide social priorities and how a nation does its business. In the early part of the 20th century, Iowa, a state with some of the best agricultural land in the world, grew a large percentage of its food and had great diversity in the kinds of products grown on its farms. Today, farming in Iowa is dominated by two crops, corn and soybeans, commodities that are shipped primarily out of state for corporate processing and non-food use. You can be a part of turning this trend around. In a nation where food travels an average of more than 1,500 miles before getting to the dinner table, a reverse financial flow happens when the dollars that are spent on food end up a great distance from the farms where the produce was grown. This cycle affects not only the quality of food and the economy of the farm sector, but has consequences for the environment due to the burning of fossil fuels for transportation and the waste of packaging materials used for shipping the food. You can also be a part of turning this trend around. By investing in local food systems, you can shorten the average distance that your food travels, perhaps to 50 miles, and keep the food dollar in your area, where it will have a multiplier effect. Because when funds are spent locally, they tend to be reinvested locally and boost the economy, not only of rural communities, but of a region. As in the words of the old but popular love song, only you can make this dream come true. And remember, you won't be alone in promoting healthy food systems, supporting sustainable farms, putting the culture back in agriculture, and restoring a lost spirit to rural neighborhoods. Indeed, you will be in extremely good company.